Hello class, this is Ms. Habib and this video is going to show you how you can create questions on the story using the 5 W's. We already went over some videos and we saw some posters about the 5 W words or the question words, and now it's time to see how we can use them to create our own questions. I'm going to read you a small part of a story that's very similar to Pop's Bridge, but it's not the same. The title of this story is Champ of the Hoover Dam. Champ of the Hoover Dam. And listen to this page while I read it out loud. The desert heat made Helen feel like she was a pancake in a pan. It sure isn't like San Francisco here, she thought out loud. Helen imagined herself walking by the bay at low tide. She could almost feel the cool, foggy breeze that she used to feel back home. Helen's family now lived in Nevada. Her dad worked with a big crew of men building a giant dam across the Colorado River. Now, if we wanted to create some questions based on this story, let's see what words we could use. The first word, of course, we could use the word who to create a question. And we know that when we have a question starting with the word who, that means we're asking about one of the characters. Now, in this part, we already know a couple of the characters. We know Helen and we know her dad, and we can ask a question about either one of them. So I could ask a question saying, who works in building the tower? And in this case, it would be Dad or Helen's dad. I could also ask, who feels like a pancake? Or who felt like a pancake? And the answer would be Helen. That's a question with who. Now, if I wanted to create a question with what, I know that when we ask about what, the answer has to be a problem or something or idea. So if I go back to the story and looking again at this part, I can ask, what is being built? And in this case, the answer would be what is being built? It would be Hoover Dam or the tower. So what is Helen's dad building or what is being built? It would be Hoover Dam or the tower. If I want to ask a question with where, I know that where always asks about a place. And in this page, we already saw a few places. San Francisco is a place. It's a city. Nevada is a place. It's a state. And Colorado River is also, or across the Colorado River is a place. So we can ask a question about any of these places. I can ask, where did Helen and her family live in the past? And that would be San Francisco. Where do Helen and her family live now? And the answer would be Nevada. If I want to ask a question about when, I would be asking about time. In the particular part that we read right now, we do not have any times mentioned. So we won't create a question with when, but if we had any time, like a season, like a time of day, like a month or a year, then we could ask a question using when. The last word that we can use to create a question with is the word why. And why asks for a reason. I could ask a question here about why did Helen's family move to Nevada? And the reason would be that her dad has a big job or he's working with a big crew of men to build the giant dam. So Helen's dad and her family moved to Nevada so her dad can participate in building the tower or the dam. So here we go. Why did Helen's dad move to Nevada? Or why did the family move to Nevada? Because her dad was working on the dam. So this is how you can create 5 W questions using who to ask about a person, using what to ask about something, using where to ask about a place, using when to ask about time, and using why to ask about a reason.